Win back, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we're going to be playing Fenix in our A through Z playthrough, and we're going to show everyone the largest laser in existence. So YouTube video though, so feel free to like, comment, and subscribe your heart out as we get into the match today on Volskaya Foundry, with the team comps of Uther, Fenix, Falstad, Murky, and Varian versus Tracer, Genji, Illidan, Stitches, and Lily. And it is chilly in my room right now. The fan is blowing in my ear. Sweet nothings, and I hate it. But I'm going to power through it because that's what we do here. Once we hit the record button, it's going. So, Fenix, for the build, for those of you who want that, nothing else. The build I am using is Arsenal Synergy at 1. We're going to take Target Acquired at 4. 7 is going to be Combat Advantage. 10 is going to be Planet Cracker, 13 will be Rapid Recharge, 16 is Arsenal Overcharge, and 20 will be Armageddon Beam. Tell me that isn't plenty of reason to pick that talent at 20 anyway. I mean, fuck, Armageddon Beam. As I walk back into the hook and then just teleport away, because that's what we can do with Fenix when it comes to movement and damage and slipping by. Now, your E button, the one that we just used there, the warp, we are going to just target a, it's not necessarily a small radius, but it is little, around Fenix, and he can warp there after a 0.5 second warm-up. After that, he is going to be completely invincible for 0.75 seconds, making those tracer bombs really easy to dodge. You know, same thing with like a pyroblast or any huge, like, thick boy coming at you. You time it right and you can dodge all of that damage with a well-timed warp. It's really cool. Your W is your weapon swap. It is called Weapon Mode. So your big boy, your phase bomb, is going to be a very large auto attack that hits in an AoE at a very far range. And then your little auto attack is going to be your repeater cannon, which hits very short range, but it hits really fast. And that's it, right? Yeah, basic attack speed increased to 150%. Good stuff. And then your Q, your final ability is going to be your plasma cutter. We're just going to create a beam just like this around Fenix that's going to deal damage, dodging that pulse bomb. Suck it, Tracer. That feels so good. Just eating that bomb for absolute free with that button. Good. Now, the spinny circle guy, plasma cutter, how is that so hard to remember? Damn, Tracer down already. The plasma cutter is going to only do damage when it hits people, so it is decent for wave clear, but you do have to kind of line it up on the wave, and especially if the wave is in a line, it's a lot easier to hit all of them repeatedly, but they don't stay that way for very long. So the wave clear is hit or miss. The damage that it does is also hit or miss, but it does end up doing some pretty decent damage if you can manage to hit someone who is slowed or hit the second rotation of the plasma cutter with the talents that we're taking. So it does do some pretty chunky damage when that talent comes online, but it's not doing negligible damage either when you use it. Pretty simple abilities for Fenix. He is an auto attack carry by trade. So his shield capacitor is his trait though. Fenix has a permanent 962 shield, which is at level 6. And then that's going to regenerate 10% per second after not taking damage for 5 whole seconds. So some amount of patience with Fenix is required when you start eating into your health bar, but at the same time comes back pretty quick, making it pretty easy to, ooh, missing the hook that time. Gonna juke, and I didn't do that on purpose. It's not me, it's him. But anyway, the shield does make Fenix a very sustainable auto attack carry. Also, the reason that a lot of people will take him in the off lane, because he can trade pretty well into other people and do a big chunk of damage on top of that. Especially if you're playing on Braxis, I think it's one of the more viable Fenix offlane maps, because Planet Cracker will destroy the entire Zerg wave mostly, and he can typically win that lane against your standard bruisers. So players who pick Hogger and Sonya and all that sort of stuff, he can at least go even with or beat in the lane and kind of shove them off the point. That being said, we're playing regular old damage 4-man Fenix, even though we're all by ourselves right now, and that is going to be a bit different than playing in the off lane. Now, the talents for Fenix, the ones that are going to be really important are, number one, your level 1 talent, the Arsenal Synergy. Every time that you hit 3 repeater cannons on a hero, or heroes, you are going to get an increased DPS boost out of your phase bomb. So basically it turns your phase bomb into a huge AoE explosion, more so than what it already is. It's going to do a lot of damage, which is fantastic because switching between those two is oftentimes more difficult in team fights, and there is some tech with Fenix that lets you swap weapons so that you can use your phase bomb faster. It's really difficult to do, though. I can't do it myself, so I try to avoid that at all costs because, yeah, I'm not a professional by any means, but I do shoot the lasers, and I know how to hit 3 of them, listen for the sound cue, and then pop that phase bomb. So after that, your level 4 talent's just for movement speed. When you hit people with your basic attacks, wait. Slowed heroes? Oh my god, I did not realize. Okay, I thought that was just hitting people, period. Oh my god, I have been... Okay, well, he's taunted, so I'm not going to get gorged over the wall, thank god, but that was a hook from the underbelly of Hades. Holy shit, he didn't die either. Yes, he did. There's no reason to fear. We've got the beam of all beams. We've got the planet cracker toasted with cheese. Stitches is out. So, yeah, I didn't realize that target acquired only increased your movement speed when they were slowed. Huh. Maybe emergency protocol becomes just better then, because it's passive movement speed and we get more movement speed when we're shielded down. Damn, man, that sucks. I need to read harder on the talents, so maybe target acquired emergency protocol gets slopped. But at level 7 we're taking combat advantage because this is just going to give our Q more burst damage on targets that are already slowed. So if we manage to hit them with 2 rotations of our Q, it's going to do extra damage. Or if they're already slowed by like Varian Q or a Falstad Q. Ooh, we are going in for this biotic emitter. Big D-storm there. I don't have the planet cracker ready just yet. Gotta put that turret down, Uther. He finally manages to do it right before the death happens and the turret is going off. Am I going to live? I've got the Uther ghost healing directly on me just in time to get that warp. And we're turning 3 kills for 1, 4 kills for 1, because of some Uther ghost healing, keeping them DPS heroes alive. Holy shit. Way to go, team. That was fantastic. Oh, butter my biscuits. So, the combat advantage, the reason I take this is just because getting more damage out of your Q is more reliable, I feel like, than using your warp aggressively. And then divert power weapons, I think, is the standard for this character, but I don't like to... Is my camera fucked? Oh my god, it is. This is past me not looking at the action. Ooh, is he dead? Is he dead? I think he's dead. Yes, he's definitely dead. So divert power weapons is an activatable. You're going to get attack speed while your shields are up, I believe. 40% attack damage for 5 seconds. My bad. I never use the talent. I don't like having the extra button, and it makes me nervous when I press it. Once divert power weapons ends, drain all of the shield capacitor's shields. So, if you end up not attacking people enough, the thing is just going to take all of your shields and say, fuck you, you didn't do enough damage. And then you're just kind of a sitting duck, or you have to leave and regen those shields. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It is very good in the right hands, just people who can... Oh my god, I walked into it because I'm bad, but he can't gorge me because he doesn't have it up, thank god. Ooh, Is that a... Nope, that is definitely not a dead Tracer. Too many blinks for us to catch up to. Gonna catch her with the Planet Cracker, though. Nice and smooth. That's how we do it. We're just, you know, securing the kills. We're not doing any serious wombo combage right yet. But, my god. It's good. Just killing anybody with Planet Cracker feels amazing. Whether it's like 5 people in a wombo combo, or a single person with like 10 health thinking they're in the clear. But, oh my god, I've been hooked. I've been gorged again. Hopefully I can get out of here. They don't have any CC for me, so they, ooh. And we dodged the hunt. The hunt is actually some CC that they do have for me. I just wasn't planning on Illidan using it after being right next to me. Pretty weird stuff. But we've got 2 kills off of that Gorge as well, and we're getting the objective down in the top lane, while Murky is a complete and total nuisance to the enemy team. Same thing with our Falstad, with his 70 health remaining, is going to get away. Toasty, can we get on the objective, please? Let Murky do this. We don't... Okay, past me. Just poking so diligently against the enemy team. Probably shouldn't be, but at the same time, we're having fun. So, the next set of talents are going to be, I think, pretty standard. Well, at least the 13 talent. Rapid Recharge is just going to give you more healing, or more shields back when you get healed. I think you get 60% of the healing when you're shield... 60% of the healing in shields. I'm going to die here because I don't have any way to get away from Illidan, and no one can get out of the robot for me. So, no healer means dead Fenix. That sucks. Anyway, objective still sucks. Total ballsack on this map. It takes away 2 characters from the team fights and shoves them in a robot that literally does nothing in team fights. Only good for pushing buildings until maybe like level 22. In which point, you know, it scales a bit, I guess. But Volskaya robot still sucks balls. It is much, much better to do other things than put 2 people in this robot. Putting 1 person in, totally be good. And then you basically just have a walking bunker, because you can have someone hop in the passenger seat and get a whole bunch of free shielding. But putting 2 in, I think, is just dumb. Ooh, there is the Divine Storm on top of the Planet Cracker, just absolutely getting blasted. 3 people down. The Octograb on the Illidan is going to make sure that he goes down as well. And that, my friends, is why I love the Planet Cracker so fucking much. It's just the biggest Shinku Hadoken from the depths of hell, and everyone should die anytime that they come in contact with it. It's so good. My favorite. Now that is the reason that we are going to be picking Arsenal Overcharge at 16. So basic attacks with Repeater Cannon reduce ability cooldowns by 0.5 seconds. Basic attack... Wait a minute. Oh, that's bullshit. What? Wait a minute. Reduce just ability. I'm looking at it thinking basic ability cooldowns. It says basic attacks. It just means basic attacks are going to reduce all ability cooldowns. Oh, I'm getting jumped on again. He canceled my warp this time. I'm fucked. So unless I can get some heals, I'm dead. There's no way for me to avoid it because I hit the button far too early. Should have waited till we got stunned and then warped over a wall or something like that. Bummer. Bad news bears, but Illidan is going to eat a whole bunch of stuns for his trouble. Going to take out an Uther as well while Murky tries to clean up the rest of this team. So anyway, back to Arsenal Overcharge. It does actually affect all of your abilities. You are going to reduce the cooldowns by 0.5 seconds. Basic attacks with Phase Bomb are going to reduce cooldowns by 0.5 seconds per hero hit. So if you're hitting multiple heroes with your Phase Bomb, you're going to get some pretty chunky cooldown reduction. If you're hitting one... Actually, is it heroes? No, it's just basic attacks, period. You don't have to hit anything specifically with your Repeater Cannon. You have to hit heroes with your Phase Bomb for the cooldown reduction, but you have to hit anything at all with your Repeater Cannon, and you get the 0.5 second cooldown reduction on all of your stuff. Which makes your Planet Cracker shorter on the cooldown, and then when you hit 20 and you pick up the Armageddon Beam, you're going to reduce the cooldown again by another 40 seconds, dropping it to 60 seconds, at which point those cooldown reduction auto attacks are going to be reducing that shit even harder, meaning that you're going to be able to crack so many planets with that baby. I mean, it's just going to shred health bars. And it gets wider as it is channeled, so it's really fucking cool. The cooldown reduction is probably the most important part of the ability, but my god, is that increased beam width fun as well. It's just, again, like, imagine being anywhere on the map and disintegrating entire teams. It's so much fun. Now, I mean, that being said, talents aren't super difficult for Fenix. It's more or less figuring out how to play him the right way using some auto attacks. I'm being hunted yet again by the Illidan, who is going to get fucking gusted and beamed and divine stormed into a corner like a little bitch. And the Murky is still chasing down the Lily. Can we hit her with the fish? The fish takes her life, and it looks like Tracer is the next to go down. Oof. The lightning on top of the Genji. Falstad going to die under the keep, unfortunately. That is no big deal. We'll make that work later. Too many buildings, not enough minions. Don't want to lose a fort. And give the enemy team an opportunity to get that 20 back while dying under their keeps, which are full health, by the way. I could have popped a turret under there, I think, but oh well. Hindsight is 20/20. Whew. The objective up in the bottom lane going to be slowly taken by our team, and the enemy team still has about a half level to go before they're going to hit 20, so not a whole lot for us to worry about just yet. Genji is trying to clear that 20 gap in the mid lane as the minion waves all push towards them. They still have a fort in the top lane for some reason, but since it's the bottom objective and the bottom keep that we're probably looking towards, all we got to do is land one big slapping wombo combo, and the enemy team is just going to fall to pieces. How much are we working with right now? 7 and 2, highest damage on the team. That's how we do it. I also love this skin. It's very pink and white and orange, and I don't know why, but those colors feel good together. I'm just waiting. If the enemy team engages on them, that's just a D-storm that's supposed to happen, and then we'll blast them. But the enemy team didn't feel like stopping the objective. Murky is going to get inside the robot, thank God, because we need everybody else out. Having the tank and the Murky in there are probably going to be our least horrible options. Ooh, we got our slow on him, which means we've got our increased movement speed, which means he's just going to eat so many repeater cannons to the face. And all of the lightning going down on the Tracer. Can we get in range for another divine storm? Uther thinking yes. He is walking forward, and there is... Ooh! Okay, the gust overlapping with the... And then Genji tries to go back in and eats the entire planet cracker. I was assuming they were just going to stay clumped up in that little alley, not walk back into the gust, which punched Genji repeatedly in the face while he's getting cracked. So, I mean, there you have it. Overly aggressive players trying to make things happen, walking into certain death. It is a quick match special, and the game is done because all 5 people are dead. The objective is going. Man, that laser effect is really cool. It's really neat. Anyway, that is going to be it for Fenix. Super fun character. I definitely suggest picking him up. It is the moment in time that you'll want to do so because he's just so much fun. You can take Purification Salvo too, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. I am not. I will always crack planets till the day that I die. But the build, again, in case you need it, is going to be Arsenal Synergy. We've got Target Acquired, Combat Advantage, Planet Cracker, Rapid Recharge, Arsenal Overcharge, and Armageddon Beam. That is going to do it for Fenix today. This will kick off the week, and we will be back tomorrow with Garrosh. It's Garrosh, and then it's Genji, for everybody excited about that. I know I've seen a couple comments. But It's going to be a pretty high-flying week, if I do say so myself. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back. I will see you then. GG's and peace out.